Hey YouTube, today I wanted to come at you and do a quick review on a purchase I made recently for a set of makeup brushes. The makeup brushes come from a company called Coastal Scents. You've probably heard about them. At one point their palettes were all the rage. So this is not an out of the box review. Unfortunately, I could not wait, so the items have been used already. But basically it's a 22-piece brush set that comes in this nice leatherette brush roll. The leatherette brush roll is very nice. It feels very good quality. And it has Coastal Scents logo embossed on the front. And it opens like so with these two snap kind of magnetics. And when you open it up, you have your brushes, and there's a nice flap that protects things. And if you open it, it unveils all 22 brushes. So I will just go quickly through the brushes to give you an idea of what you get in your set and what you can do with them, or what I've been doing with them. Alrighty, so this is the fan brush. I think it's called a large fan actually. And this can, you can put blush, you can probably put bronzer, but mainly also you can use this to brush fallout out of the way, brush glitters out of the way that end up on your cheeks. If you do like, shadow looks that contain glitter, which a lot of us do now. The next brush is called the Powder Buffer. I actually use it with liquid foundation and I love it. I kind of like stipple things on and then just kind of buff it out. Love this brush. It gets usage. Also, you'll see these plastic protectors for the brushes that kind of help them to retain their shape. On the ferrule of the brushes, Coastal Scents has also put their logo there. The ferrule feels really good. Everything feels very sturdy. Okay, the next brush this is a round powder brush, and my guess is you could put, blush, or you could probably put anything on with that, to be honest with you. They say powder, but a lot of times I use some liquid. This is called a flat stippling brush. It's nice and flat, it's nice and sturdy, and I think this brush would be great for kind of buffing in mineral makeup, kind of like a kabuki, but a little sturdier. Okay, so those were all synthetic brushes. This is your angle blush brush, so traditional angle cut, and it's a great blush brush. It's made from goat hair. This is your foundation brush. It's fiber hair. It feels really nice and soft, and it's big. It's nice to cover surface. Alrighty, here is a concealer brush made from nylon hair. It's a nice concealer brush. It's nice and soft. Alrighty, the next brush. This is a large shadow brush. So you can really pick up some shadow, pack it on over a nice big surface all at once. Sure, that saves time. This is a blender brush. If I had to complain about the blender brush, I would have tapered it more along the sides, made it more fluffy. It's not really fluffy if you ask me. A blender brush to me almost looks like how it looks that way. Kind of juicy, like, let me just fluff everything out of your life. Alrighty. The next brush is a doe foot blender. Oh, my bad. The large shadow brush and the blender brush are made from pony hair, as well as this doe foot blender. I usually use this on the outer V. Don't do too much blending with it though, so I don't know about that. Alrighty. Our next brush is a dome shadow brush. This brush I love. It reminds me of a pencil eraser to a degree, but these are the brushes I actually love for blending. I know it's weird, but I do. The shadow, the blender brush I showed you, I actually use that for applying the shadow sometimes. Alrighty, so, and this is the dome blender. So this kind of reminds me more of a blender, you know, kind of uniform all around with giving you some nice little blend. So I like this one. It's called the dome blender. So there's a dome shadow and a dome blender. Again, we're still with pony hair as the material. Alrighty, medium shadow brush. This would be, again, to just apply the shadow. Maybe you want to use that in the crease and use the bigger one on the lid. Then we have a detail shadow brush. So this one would be kind of cool to get your highlight right underneath your eyebrow because it's smaller. And then we have a lip brush. I didn't even know this was a lip brush. I thought that this was an even smaller detailer brush. But now that I know, I'm going to use this puppy right here because I love a good lip brush. And it's nice and juicy. You see? Really plush for my lips. I like it. Alright. Then we have a detail concealer brush, which I use really as my primary concealer brush. I love it. It's a little dirty. And it's from fiber hair. It's made from fiber hair. And then we have my little baby that I love. This looks like a little Artiste Paints brush. See it? It's pointed. It's pointed. And it's called the Pointed Blender. Neat. Pony hair. I love this brush. It's good for getting really kind of up in that crease if you want to really kind of have some definition but still do a little blending. This is great. Alright, so now we have a brow brush, pony hair. This is a brush, believe it or not. I know it looks weird. Nice and short and firm. These bristles are. They're great for the eyebrow. So you get some shadow on them or whatever and darken in your eyebrows with this. Love it, love it, love it. Alrighty, this is a smudger brush. So it's spongy with kind of like that felt feel on top of it. And I guess you would smudge out your liner with this or shadow, but I guess liner more for smudging. Alrighty, this is a large liner brow. So this probably be very great for getting this part of the brow, or if you're talented and you can use this big of a brush for your gel liner. And nylon hair was that. These two. This is a medium liner brow. So this is what most people will probably use to do their gel liner and their eyebrows, especially when we're getting out to the ends. And then we even have our final brush, which is a small liner. My guess is this could work perfect if you do gel maybe a little under here or whatever you do. Your eyeliner underneath these, your bottom lashes, duh. Okay. And also working that fine tip at the end of your eyelashes. I mean, it all depends on your level of skill. Some people could just use the large or the medium for everything, whatever. But I think this is really going to be cool for some bottom liner. I know I always goof that up, but okay. Those are the brushes. In a nutshell, guys, I bought these brushes on my own, and I love them. I love the fact that they're easy to travel with. I love the fact that you have every brush you could possibly need in one case. Did I mention, really quickly, zipper. So the one brush that's not in here is a kabuki. I put my kabuki in there and zip everything up and button it and go. Drop it in the suitcase. It can go with you. Wherever you do your makeup, it can go with you. Everything's there all together. I'm not going to take up any more time. The brush is definitely a keeper. $34.95, coastal cents. Do it if you need a good brush set.